Hi there everyone, Owen here, and today I'm going to be creating something that I've been wanting to create for a long time. For those of you who follow my TikTok page, you've probably seen my paper mache and cardboard fish, which I'll put a picture up now. I created him out of a cardboard base and covered him with tape and then paper mache before painting him and then mounting him to a board. So in that same kind of vein of creativity, I've decided I wanted to do a mounted deer head. Instead of trying to create a mounted deer head by myself, I bought this. It's kind of a very hard cardboard, like plywood kind of deer head kit. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna cover it in paper mache and then paint it and turn it into a little deer head mount. So let's get going. It's like 15 bucks, I think, off of Amazon. Pretty basic kit. Seems pretty easy to put together. I don't know what language that is, but I don't know how to read it. So yeah, let's try to put it together. Here are all the pieces kind of spread out, and on the back of the instructions it's a little better. Although none of these, none of them are labeled with an actual number. So I guess we'll just give it a shot and hope we get the pieces in the right order. Our little deer head friend has been built. It's a very flimsy. I'm not even sure if it was worth the $15 I paid for it, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna cover it up. I'm probably gonna stuff some newspaper just in between these little gaps to give it a little more stability before I tape it. So yeah, let's get to it. So there we go. Definitely gonna give it a little more stability and stuff, make it a little easier for me to tape it up. Probably noticed I removed the antlers, and that is because, as you can kind of see, they're very 2D, and I wanna make them 3D. So what I'm gonna do is, as I tape over them, I'm gonna use some newspaper just to create kind of a round bit for them to make them a little more 3D, and then I'll reattach them, and then I'll cover this whole thing with the tape before I do the paper mache. Here we go. I just finished up the first one, and already it looks a lot more like a deer antler, a lot more 3D. I think it'll look good once it's attached. Just gotta do the next one, and then I'll get started on the rest of the head. And voila, 2 good looking antlers. Time to attach these and then get to taping some more. Hopefully this will be enough. So for the ears, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did the antlers, and add a little newspaper behind it just to add to that 3-dimensional element that I'm going for. And still got a ways to go, still got a good amount of tape. I'm gonna keep working. Voila, here we go. Everything is taped up. I'm happy with how it's looking so far. Next step, I gotta shred up some newspaper, get some glue or Mod Podge together, and start layering that on top of this tape. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Now got my little mountain of shredded newspaper. Probably gonna need more, but for now this will do. I think I'm gonna have to do it in parts. Probably gonna have to do, I think today I'll try to do the front, let that dry, the back, and then layer it. So it's gonna be a couple days project, but now I'm gonna start getting my little glue and water mixture going. So for this, I've mixed together some water, some decoupage, and some Elmer's just basic glue. Kind of create this liquid. And now I'm gonna start painting it onto the deer first. Put a little newspaper, paint over that, and then hopefully it should stick, and then I'll just keep layering it all up and down. This is what I've got done right now. Got most of the head, some of the antlers. It's a little hard getting it to wrap around the round parts of the antlers, but I'm gonna leave it here today. I'm actually gonna put it in the sun to let it dry a little bit. Come back tomorrow, probably do the back, hopefully get the antlers fixed up. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Took me a little longer than I would have liked, but I have finished paper macheing over everything. The antlers were a total pain. For whatever reason, doing it on a surface like that is a lot harder than the rest of this body. But now that it's done, and now that it's dry, and you can hear it's hard, I'm gonna get my paints ready, and I'm gonna start painting it. Since I'm from Vermont, we only have white-tailed deer here, so that's the type of deer that I'm gonna make this model. I got a little bit of this kind of raw sienna color that I'm gonna start with, probably just do the whole base of it, except maybe the antlers. And then I'll go over it, add a little white, add a little texture, add a little bit of like shading. But first we're just gonna start doing this. Just get a coat on there before anything else. As you can probably tell, I'm gonna need a couple coats of this. So to help speed up the drying, got a hair dryer. I'm gonna do that quickly, just get it dry and get that second coat on there. I've painted the head and the antlers now. Kind of letting the antlers dry, I did them second. Now I'm gonna add some details, a little bit of white here, a little bit of black here for the nose, eventually the eyes, kind of darken the ears, shade it a little bit too. So I'm gonna get started on that now. The finished deer head all painted up, all sides. I'm gonna get a wooden mounting bracket to hang it on the wall, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really realistic, or for a paper mache thing, and fun project that I enjoyed making. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching, and come back next week to see what I'm up to.